What's going on, everybody? I appreciate those of you that were waiting for the stream to start. For those of you watching replay, hit that thumbs up, go ahead, subscribe, turn on all notifications, but most importantly, enable YouTube notifications so you'll be alerted for sure when we do these live streams. You can take part in this chat. So good to see everybody. We may be having a random appearance from a certain individual that's no stranger to the channel, and possibly Justin. I don't know. He's always busy. You never know. But hope you're all having a great Monday. It's just another manic Monday. Let's start it off right. Just like featured in my shorts today, shorts video. L'Odyssey Pour Homme, timeless classic from the 90s. Been meaning to wear it since I got it. Finally getting around to wearing it. I've always got so much coming in. I literally have my package that I ordered the other day on Fragrance Buy coming in today via FedEx. As long as they don't screw it up, because every other package I end up having to go get it from the FedEx location. But those of you not familiar for some reason or another, just as iconic as Acqua di Gio, based around yuzu and fresh greens and herbs. And let me make sure to say herbaceous. It's an herbaceous fragrance because it was brought to my attention in one of Chad's recent videos that some dickhead that doesn't like me drives him nuts how I say herbaceous. So it's a very herbaceous heart, very herbaceous, fresh, spicy green, herbaceous core, and herbaceous aroma to this fragrance. So fuck that guy. But anyways, let's see what you guys are up to. Mr. Bean, good to see you. Climatic, good to see you. Just got Kenzo Ohm EDP, certified banger. I agree. Also got a decant of the Parfum. Feel like it leans more towards the Senza. So I've been hearing that it's a little bit fresher than Profumo. I'm gonna find out today. It's in the package. If it would have got here before I sprayed my scent of the day, I would have wore it today. Excuse me. So we'll see. 10-4. Joel, good to see you. Alex, welcome. Jonathan, good to see you. Wrong timing for live. Fabrice, not necessarily. I do these midday live streams are pretty much my thing. It's pretty much between 2 and 4 o'clock Mountain Time during the week is when I go live. It all depends on how early I got my day started, basically. Day Aqua Senzial picked it up yesterday. Burlington smells a lot like Dylan Blue. I find it smells like Bleu de Chanel without the incense. It's kind of what I've always related it to. But hey, I get it. Blue fragrance in general. They all kind of smell alike in some ways, right? 9 a.m. Dive, that's a good one. Speaking of one that smells like all of them. 9 a.m. Dive. Donovan, good to see you. Contrell, good to see you. Rocking Arrows Flame, that's a good one. Hawass, that's a damn good one. Ethan, good to see you. Sample of Adonis Awakens. Smelling fantastic. That you are, sir. That you are. Hope you're good, mate. I'm doing well. I hope you're well also. Lacoste Match Point Cologne. I've looked at that one recently. They recently added stock on Fragrance Buy for that one. And I debated on maybe scooping that up. Oolong Cha. You, sir, smell amazing. Torino 21. I've heard great things about. Love it so much. Yuzu note is amazing. Cheers. Zerzhoff Starlight. Good stuff. Like a Soma Halcyon, but a little bit more ambery. Ooh, you have my attention. You definitely have my attention. Noir Ombre by Issey Miyake. I've heard great things about that one. I've never tried it. There's so many good ones that I've heard anyways from Issey that I just haven't tried yet. I only have a handful of Issey Miyake fragrances. Your Home Sport 2017. Excellent, Spencer. Excellent choice. 1 million Parfum. My Coco Loco has shipped. So that's the notification. None of your packages are leaving till Wednesday. I just want to give you guys the heads up because everybody's been posting on Facebook. They're so excited they got the notification. I'm glad you guys are excited. I'm excited too. They ship out Wednesday. That just means that the orders have began being packed and they're printing the shipping labels. That's why you guys got all those emails. So they start shipping Wednesday. You should have them by the weekend. You should have your bottle. So Joel LeBeau, excellent choice. All genres Bob's was going on, man. CR7, basically smell like Le Male. Slightly more spicy Le Male. YSL L'Homme, modern classic. Mercedes-Benz Cologne, one of the best citrus fragrances of all time. Hindu Kush, I'm kind of indifferent about that one. I can appreciate it, but it's something I never wanted to get a bottle of. I had a decant. It's nice. It's a good fragrance. It just doesn't strike me as something I would reach for. That's why I never bought a bottle. Thoughts on ombre, leather, and parfum? I actually did a comparison video between the two, Adrian. I'm kind of surprised you haven't seen it. You're a regular on the channel. Just type in TLTG ombre leather in the search, and I literally talk about both of them. I had decants of both. Eventually, I'm going to get bottles of both. I'm good with rare carbon for now, but eventually I'm going to get bottles of them. But definitely check the video out. I literally dedicated a video to both of those. Halloween Man X. My favorite Issy is Ombre Noir. Speaking of, I have not had the pleasure. I would like to at some point, though. I've never heard of this one. Good to see you. Ever try Star Wars Jedi Man? That I have not. That I have not. Platinum Egoise. All-time great. That is an all-time great. Coach Blue. Bright Fresh Lime and Absinthe Bomb. Cocktails and Catamarans. You, sir, are what I like to call killing the game today. You are killing the game. You're trying to break the simulation with something that good. Your own 2020, that's a good one. It grew on me a lot. My bottle is literally right here. It grew on me a lot. I really appreciate this fragrance for what it is these days. Afternoon All wearing Invictus Aqua. That's my jam. That is my jam. It's got 8 and Bob, Cap the Antibus. How do you feel about it? It's been a long time since I smelled it. I have a decant of it. I need to revisit. Invictus Legend. Such a great rendition. I like when they kind of veer off the path of Invictus, but still tied to the DNA, and that one is a prime example of it. Le Male Le Parfum, one of the best releases of last year. Making major profits with the $20 super sticker. Sir, I greatly appreciate that. I literally spoke to George a little while ago. He'll be back second half of the week. So your package will be going out second half of the week, sir, this week. So he'll be back. He's in Tel Aviv right now. I literally just got on the phone with him. And he'll get it set up and sent your way. Your bottle of Evening Mystique that you won will be heading your way, sir. Thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate that. Wearing Leighton, you're also smelling incredible today. Finally got gin tonic, and it's awesome. Makes me want to drink. Also today, I should receive Danye. Can't wait to get my nose on that one, man. You got some good stuff coming in. Gin tonic's great. I refuse to put it in its box. I don't spray it all the time, but I literally keep it right here within arm's reach because most of my day is spent at this computer. And I just pull that cap and sniff it all the time. This is so good. It blows. It's mind-blowing to me how they created a gin and tonic accord without I've said it so many times, without using the typical notes. In my review, I had a niche snob come weigh in. It's always nice to hear the niche snobs weigh in because I literally said in the review that the niche snobs aren't going to like this fragrance. And I was right. I call it like I see it. I'm pretty good at predicting these things, and I totally get it. You know, it's not for everybody because it's a mass appealing niche freshie. Usually those are not for everyone. And then you have something like this that I knew not everybody was going to like. The thing I appreciate about it the most in the opening is I think the thing that's turned probably half the people, oh God, smell it radiating out of this atomizer. I'm going to wear it again at some point this week. That's why I haven't put it back in its box. I'll throw it back in the rotation this week. I really dig this one. I dig this one a lot. I really appreciate what they did with this one. The O Intense. I like that sour rhubarb they have at the top. Never tried that one. I've been hearing it's popping up at Burlington. It's not popping up at my Burlingtons. Maybe at some point. I'll grab it. I'm definitely blind by that one. Hope you enjoy. I haven't wore that in a while. I haven't wore the Pure Perfume in a while. The last time I wore one of the Club de Nuit versions, I wore the original. Was the last time I wore one. So you don't skip a day spraying. Oh, that was your comment earlier. Do you start in the morning? Do you wear multiple? I usually wear multiple in a day. I wear at least 2 fragrances every day. I spray stuff on my arms when I'm testing, when I'm working on reviews. I'm constantly spraying stuff on my arms. Like right now, I have L'Odyssey Pour Homme on, but I didn't wear anything to the gym. I've started slacking off more on wearing stuff to the gym to start my day to kind of give my skin a break because think about it this way. When I get back from the gym, one of the first things I do is spray fragrance oil on my neck. Sometimes my arm, chest, it depends on what I'm wearing. As far as like, I'm not spraying my arms because I'm wearing this crew neck, right? Which I've been hearing people talk about all day. I love it. I just got it. Check your Ross Dress for Less. It's $18 for this Nirvana crew neck. Point being, I have fragrance oil on my neck immediately. I then take a shower later in the evening, and then most of the time, 9 times out of 10, I spray fragrance oil right back on my neck. It's just like I have Degree on all day, take a shower, and the first thing I do when I get out the shower and dry myself is put Degree back on. My armpits don't really get much of a break from Degree Cool Rush specifically. Been using it for years. Doesn't irritate my skin, but skin never gets much of a break. So imagine if I was still wearing something to the gym every single day. So first thing I do in the morning before I'm walking out, spraying on my neck. As soon as I get home, spraying something different because I only wear weak stuff to the gym. Then, so that same cycle. Then on top of that, I'm spraying stuff on my hands. I'm spraying stuff on top of my forearms, testing throughout the day. So I've gotten to where I'm finding little windows to give mainly my neck, because that's what gets fragrance all the most. Give my neck a little bit of a break. Speaking of, there you go. The very next comment. I have the black teeth, blue lettering, and the yellow smiley face. My sin of the day, Armani Code Parfum. Excellent. Montrese, good to see you. Is there any point to wear product carbon when you already have Sauvage? How's the performance? They're kind of what and what. You're going to go nose blind to both. I think product carbon's superior. The lavender in it gives a little bit more of a luxurious soapy quality to it. A lot of people will agree with me on that. I do think product carbon's superior. They are very redundant to have both, but I do think product carbon's superior. Got some compliments. I don't know if I'll get the time for. That's what's kind of stalled me getting them, because Rare Carbon's a great replacement. Like the outfit, it's lit. Thank you, man. Thank you. It's off season, but I must hear you take on Cartier Oud and Ombre. We have similar taste. I don't own it, so, and I've never even heard of it. So it's not on my radar, so I don't know what to tell you, my man. I can't make any promises. Blue Chanel EDT. Hey, what's going on, my man? Polo Red Rush. I'm one of the few that like it. I'm sure I would like it. Red Rush Remix. I think I would like all the versions of Red because I like the DNA. I think I would like it. I've never tried it, though. Fougères Marine put out a lot of nostalgic vibes for people today. I bet, because you smell like niche Tommy Hilfiger. Nike Indigo. Oh, in your experience. I was like, in your experience. In your experience, what's the best Spirit of King? I have Zorak. Love it. Me too. Looking to get a few more from the house. So the only two I have is that. I have Zorak and Matar, which is like smoky black currant heavy Aventus. It's really good. It's really good. It's a very smoky take on Aventus. It's not as near as pineapple heavy. That one I can vouch for is really good. I haven't worn that one in a long time. That's a good one. I literally wore Aventus the other day. But that's a good one. That's a real good one. I haven't tried any of the other ones, though, so I really can't weigh in. I have zero experience with the rest. I've featured it in a few videos. I'm a big fan of it. It's kind of like a fresher take, a more fruity take on Eau Givre from Terre d'Hermès. It's not as bright and fresh, but the dry downs are similar. It's a little bit more powerful, but it's a little bit more fruity at the top as well. It's a beautiful fragrance. Hype's real on that one. Invictus Legend, there you go. Rockin' Le Mal. Another one wearing Leighton, okay. Y.O. Fresh, good stuff. Wearing Moustache EDP. I haven't worn that one in a long time. Buy just one, Renaissance or Neo. So it's been years since I smelled Neo that one time, and I've never smelled Renaissance. But Renaissance, it's funny that you ask, because I'm planning on getting that one this summer. But I'm going to need to try Neo again, because I don't know. Neo might be better. I don't remember it. That's the crazy thing. It was one time on a test strip, and like I said, I've never smelled Renaissance, but I've only heard great things about it. It's on my radar to get. So unfortunately, I can't sway either way because I just don't have the experience. Oud Isafan just ordered 8 and Bob Cat Danibez, Paris Corner, and Fragrance World Pepper So Spicy. Getting harder to find. Yeah, it is. It really is. I think they discontinued it. I don't know for certain, but that's what I'm assuming from that. I like fragrances from both. It's not about preferring one brand over the other. It's preferring certain fragrances. See, that's the beauty of hundreds of thousands of fragrances existing. You don't have to commit to one brand, one style, or anything like that. You can enjoy variety. Lewis, good to see you. Niche snobs are hilarious. I personally think they're clowns. There's snobs on every side of it. There's the cheap Middle Eastern snobs. There's the cheapy snobs. There's the designer snobs. There's niche snobs. There's people that think what they like is the best. And it's an ego thing. That's what it is. Teach their own, though. Enrique wearing Pasha Parfum. Excellent. Wearing YSLY. Ha ha ha. Where do you buy gin tonic? It was sent to me by the brand, but that's where you get it from, is from M. Mikalev. I've never tried it. I know you've asked me on every single social media outlet that I have. I've never tried it. What I really found impressive about Legend is that at first spray, it smells almost exactly like Invictus, but after a minute, it veers off. So I get it's very salty and ambery, and I get a lot of the bay leaf. Like it's still the same. It's pretty much the same notes, plus the added saltiness. It's just intensified. Speaking of, the guy that can't stand when I say herbaceous, it's very herbaceous with the bay leaf, but it's super salty at the same time, and it still has the core DNA, that sweet aquatic of Invictus. Legend's so good. It always has been. It's a great flanker. If it is discontinued, that's sad. I can't confirm nor deny, but it seems like it is based on the scarcity and the prices going up. 42 likes and 124 viewers. Guys, we are better than that. We have 3 times the viewers to likes. Guys, we can do better. Hit that thumbs up for me real quick. MG, good to see you. Aqua Senziale Blue, excellent. Second Soul, I did see your post on IG. I saw Justin shared it as well, which I'm assuming he's busy because he has not responded to my text. So what's going to happen, because we were texting earlier, so what's going to happen is he's going to respond, sorry, man, I was caught up with, and he's going to tell me what it is in like 6 hours from now. That is Justin Copeland. So he gets I joke about how busy he gets, but that dude's busy all the freaking time. He really is. He's got a lot going on. I have been full-time creating content since September of 2020. Waiting on my bottle right now. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. The great one. Love it. This Zubair. Hope you're well. I know you follow the NFL and NBA, but no, I don't follow soccer. Only asking because once I saw you speak. No, it's just about the fragrance. I'm not a Cristiano Ronaldo fan or anything like that. It's just checking out the fragrances because I heard they were decent. And so far, 2 for 2. CR7 and CR7 Play It Cool. I like both of them. One CR7 smells like a more spicy Lamal, and Play It Cool smells like a more soapy Invictus. They're both solid. Invictus Aqua, I think you meant 2018. My favorite, though. What's your thoughts on Jaguar Pace? It is a good out the shower. It's like a spicy shower gel. There's a lot of peppery rosemary smell to it with that shower gel smell to it. I haven't worn it in a long time because I wear its flanker, Jaguar Pace, more because I do think it's a better fragrance. It's watery. It's very peppery, spiced with some vetiver. More mature Sauvage. That's a good way to look at it. It's definitely smoother. Product carbon's better. I agree. Well, the Big Ross, Coach Platinum. Excellent choice. So I was telling George earlier, I think the one I'm going to use first is purple. I think I'm going to use purple because I have all 5 coming for the video, and I'm going to keep all 5. He told me I could. He said, Ross, you can keep all 5. I said, yeah, screw it. I'll keep all 5. So when I get them in hand, I guess it'll be the more deciding factor. Like I can say purple right now. It might end up being yellow, might end up being orange. I don't know. But in my mind, I'm thinking I'm going to go with the one with the purple cap is going to be the one I spray from. I don't think I've ever even heard of them. Stephen Humbert Lucas. No, I've never tried any of them. L'Homme Sport Eau Extreme. Excellent. Dominique, good to see you. Frank Olivier for the gym. Great show. Thank you, Eddie. Good to see you. What can you say about Diorum Intense, bro? Gotta love when I get broed. Watching from the Philippines. Welcome. I'm a big fan of it. I think it's a classy scent profile. It's not one that I wear all that much because I feel like it begs you to dress it up a little bit more, and I dress more casual most of the time, semi-casual to casual. So it's not that often that I wear it. I have a big 5.1 ounce bottle of the previous version before 2020. It's very lipsticky and sweet. It's extremely powdery. It's not for everybody, but the people that can appreciate it, it's one of their favorite fragrances. Not a safe blind buy. El Hermon Gold Edition. I've only smelled Ganymede once with Justin, and it's been a while now. I remember it being metallic and a little lactonic, but that's all I really remember about it. I remember appreciating how strange it was. And then when I got Celestial, Paris Corner's clone of it, it got obnoxious, and like I can't wear it for more than 2 hours. I ended up giving it away. So I have not. I have not. None of the brothers. Yeah, well, I guess there's a reason for it. I don't know. I know the Curlies both rave about it. I can't turn on Facebook without seeing S Boy by Draco ad for Michelle's video. Like they're advertising her video. So I don't know. I've never tried it. I've heard it actually is pretty good. I've heard kind of somewhat of a BR540 vibe mixed with some other things. It probably is pretty good. I haven't smelled it. I'm sure I believe it to be good, you know. Usually Andrea's pretty spot on. If it smells good to Andrea, it probably smells good, you know. Light blue intense, excellent. Refresh these on. Okay. Just got Renaissance a few weeks ago. Yeah, I'm planning on getting it at some point this summer. I'm off Odyssey Mandarin Sky. It's okay. Never tried it. You and Justin made Kenzo Ohm EDP hard to find. Well, it was hard to find before I got it because it ran out of stock on Fragrance Buy, and then I had to click the notify me thing. So when it came back in stock, I bought it. Now it's out of stock again. I'd like to get that one too. I want to explore more. I want the Intense as well. I've heard the Intense is the way to go. Burberry Touch, that's an all-time great. Vertus Vanilla. Ooh, wow. A diesel technician rocking that. Hey, okay, go ahead with your bad self, man. That's one of the best fragrances I've ever smelled. I love that fragrance. That's incredible. Green Irish Tweed. Let's see what you did there. Yeah, it's a fruitier wine. I mean, I'll never smell it because we're not friends, nor will we ever be. And I've heard it smells like why. I mean, I'm not surprised he went for mass appealing fragrances. It's a safe play. It's a good move. I wish the dude success, you know. Shout outs to Ashton Kirkland. I wish him plenty of success, you know. But I'll never try the fragrances. I just go off of what all of you guys tell me, basically, you know. I was a niche snob at one time, but I've learned to appreciate everything. Bought a bottle of L'Aventure Intense, and I'll never buy another bottle of Creed Aventus. Hey, if it works for you, it works for you, man. Surprisingly enough, I've never tried any of the L'Aventure fragrances, any of the versions. L'Aventure Night, Intense, the regular one. I haven't gotten around to them. I don't know why. Nothing again. I like Al Harmine. Yeah. I don't know. Feeling a bit depressed today. Well, Jeffrey, I hope we can provide a little bit of entertainment here for you and kind of perk you up a bit. I hope, anyways. I hope you get to feeling better. I guess I'll film a haul video. Might as well, right? I was going to do the Spice Bomb night. Why do I keep wanting to say night vision? Spice Bomb infrared eau de parfum video for tomorrow, but I might sleep on that one a little bit longer. And I might do the haul video. I don't know. We'll see. I got a couple of member voted videos that I need to do this week as well. So there's 2 of them specifically that I'm going to do. I'm trying to jumble all the content to make, right? Wearing Milestone. What's good, Ross? Peace and blessings to everyone. Club Inouï Intense Man EDP. Have at least 55 fragrances. This one's still #1 in compliments. I could believe it. It's something about that fragrance. Evening, everyone. Wearing Marcel. Sorry to step in late. You're not all that late. We're only 24 minutes in. Calvin Klein Defy today. I'm assuming the EDT because I think I saw a comment from you earlier on IG about that. Might wear Mercedes-Benz the Move to the gym. Feel better, Jeffrey. There you go. Farad, good to see you. How about Instant Crush? It's very floral, feminine take on Baccarat Rouge 540 because I've never found Baccarat Rouge 540 all that feminine. This is definitely a feminine take because it's so jasmine heavy. It's got the burnt sugar smell, a lot of amber wood. It's very strong, but it is a beautiful fragrance. It absolutely is. If you're a guy that appreciates floral fragrances, it's a great pickup. Just know it's really strong and it does lean feminine. It does feature a lot of jasmine. Dolce & Gabbana the One. I have not tried that. Cedrat Boiset's excellent stuff. Perfumer, I'm sure you caught that already, but I know you're going to say something about it. Yeah, for sure. What's good? Hidden Gems, good to see you, man. John, how are you? Chrome United. Dedrick's in the house. D, what's going on, big dog? Everything is well. I can't complain. Watching from Iran. Sin of the day is Instant Crush. Funny enough. Well, welcome, Farad. Good to have you here. Let's see. Hey, Joel. Now we have a gentleman that popped up backstage. Let me get a few more of these comments, and we'll go ahead and bring him on. Make him wait a little bit. He'll be okay. Yeah, now I'm getting flipped off. I should have clicked him on right when he was doing that, too. Good Aventus clone. I like Mont Blanc Explorer, but I feel there's someone that can top that. I mean, Club de Nuit Intense Man Limited Edition Parfum, Afnan Supremacy, not only intense, Cudlage Infini Absolute, good woody take on it. Those are three I would say. So by all means, George, go for it. Go back to flipping me off. Feel free.
I can't believe that you would lie.
Yeah, sure. Not George Zaharoff. He's a saint. He is absolutely a saint. Good to see you, George. How are you?
I'm good. Like on this robe, because I'm in my boxers, and I'm like, who is this robe made for?
Not for you.
Like, look at this.
Yeah.
It doesn't close.
For anybody that needs context, he's in Tel Aviv in his hotel. Stunning bathroom, by the way.
And it seems to be this whole thing.
Yeah, exactly. So, George, I've been seeing a lot of excitement about the shipping notifications everyone's been getting.
Yeah, that's just an error in the shipping department. I don't know what they're doing in Chicago, but I had to send a memo out to tell the shipping people, the shipping department, that what are you guys doing?
Right.
Yeah.
I told them, I said, well, spoiler alert, guys, the package, they're printing labels. Your packages aren't leaving till Wednesday.
I guess to ship them.
Mm-hmm. They should be getting everything starting this weekend, I would think, huh? Most of
Wednesday UPS pickup, everything goes out, all the orders. So
you'll see people getting them as soon as Friday. Some of them that are in Illinois might get them Thursday,
yeah, and then by Friday, yeah. So so it's going to take a good 3 days for them to gather everything. They're not going to get signed postcards because I'm not there, but I wanted to get these. It's a perfect time. The first week of June, it's a perfect fragrance for the summer. So I'm really excited for people.
That it is. That it definitely is.
So I'm excited about it.
As you should be. There's going to be a lot of love for this fragrance. I've been telling him that, guys. And I've been telling you guys that. Y'all are going to love this one.
I think
it's ready to get Coco Loco'd, Ethan says. Edward says, I have 2 ordered. Can't wait. So Eddie Weinberg, he's good for making multiple orders. I remember when we were shipping the Z Creator stuff, he had multiple orders.
Hi, Eddie. Hey, Eddie.
So, George, your Signature Royale X is such a 5-star hotel shower gel classic. I feel rich as fuck. That is the comment.
That's the only way to feel.
Right?
That's the only way to feel, right? I think that's awesome. Thank you. Whoever said that, thank you. I can't see anything because my iPhone it's a quarter of my iPhone I'm seeing you in.
No worries, George.
Words are like little teeny tiny.
I understand. And when it's noteworthy, I'll definitely let you know. Holo, welcome to the TLTG Elite family members. I appreciate you, sir. I already know what's about to happen. All the members in the chat are about to flood it with the custom emojis, which is like my favorite thing when we get a new member. So, what's that?
What is your emoji?
So I have 9 custom emojis that they can use in the live chat and on the comments on the videos and stuff. A bunch of people are very excited. So Terry said he's got Leather Tobacco and Coco Loco on the way. Duck said Coco Loco's on the way. There's a lot of orders hanging out in this live chat today.
Pretty cool, and thank you, everybody. I appreciate the support. I really do, and it's kind of surreal. I'm in Israel because we start selling here in September, and it's just it's kind of a dream. So,
yeah, by all means, if you want to share some of your exciting news, feel free.
I have a boring life.
Yeah, sure.
Boring.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I think do I have a box? I don't have a box. I don't have a box of. Otherwise, I thought, you know what? Let me show them the box, but I think it has to wait,
Well, it's more than one box too.
right? And then I think with the caps, I think I opened Pandora's box by showing all the caps because I get emails. Can you please send me this color? And I feel bad because I'm here and they're packing and shipping things. It's already closed. It came from the factory already saran wrapped. And so, but I think people are going to be happy with their colors. I'm like, just wait.
I
First
think
of
so
all,
too.
there's a 1/5 chance that you'll get your cap, right? Right. And they're all beautiful. They're
They
all beautiful.
are. They
So
are.
just wait. It's going to be okay. I promise.
Adolfo, you got your shipping notification because the labels were printed. Your package will be leaving on Wednesday, sir.
Yeah. So.
Because he put everybody's been posting, my package shipped out today. It's funny because this happens every time you release a fragrance and they all get excited. Hey, it shipped today. And it's like, no, that's the shipping label got printed.
I think it's good. I think it's pretty
It's
cool.
funny. I get it though. They're excited. I get excited too.
I agree. I get excited too. What are you going to do? I just realized that the lines on this rock match. Like wow. Like they all match.
So George, Rich Money Cash One says, how much longer do I have to get Citrine? My fragrance budget this month is already spent.
So there's just a little left, but I think you'll be okay. And once we're done with this citrine in the small bottle, the intention is it'll be made only in France in the large bottle.
Mm-hmm.
And it should be around 220 euros. The large bottles are going to be around $250. The price is going to go up because the premium I'm paying in making these in France. And I tell myself, the only reason why this is happening is because I need to be able to expand into the European market, and the only way to do it is to do production there.
Yeah.
And the cost structure of selling in Europe, the small bottle can't. The small bottle would have to be at $250 for the small bottle to sell. So I'm going to just do the large bottle.
But didn't they specifically want larger bottles anyways?
They just no. They wanted it, when it comes to that. They wanted the. You're right. They did actually. Good memory. But they wanted a price point, and the only way for Zaharoff to have that price point is with the large bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Because distributor gets their markup, and then the retailer gets their markup, and so anyway.
So Donald said he just received his trifecta order this weekend, and all of them are awesome.
Good. I'm glad the Royale Noir
signature pour homme. Yep.
That's pretty cool.
We have Kareem's in the house. Ethan said the idea of trading caps in the Z Lounge is awesome, though. I'm sure everyone will end up with their preferred color.
I am almost certain.
Yeah.
I am because magical things happen at Zaharoff.
Indeed. But like I told George the other day, because like if anybody's like, oh, well, I'd love to have this specific color. Well, I want this specific color. I told George, I said, well, what if you'd have made every bottle with yellow? Or every bottle was purple?
Right.
Then there is no, oh, I want this color. That's all it was. So it's part of the fun is kind of the randomness of what color am I going to get? Also, which box am I going to get? Because there's 2 different boxes as well, guys.
Right.
There's 2 different boxes and 5 different color caps. So that's part of the fun. Have some fun.
I should have done different labels on the bottle too, but I'm only one person.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm only one person.
So Lewis said, haha, I'm fighting my Pokemon gotta catch them all tendency to get all the cap colors.
I know, and Ross had mentioned that too. Ross had said,
yeah, that's the inevitable. There's people that are going to want them, like the diehards are going to want all 5 colors. I mean, I'm a diehard. I'm getting all 5 colors.
That's a lot of fragrance.
Yeah, that's a lot of fragrance.
Yeah. So So what did you come on live for, Ross, today?
Just random chat. It's I didn't go live yesterday, and I get to missing my regulars because my regulars are usually who hangs out with me in these live chats. So no specific topic, just hey, let's chat, let's talk about fragrances.
That's good, right?
Yeah. Just hang out for about an hour. We're 35 minutes in. I'm gonna hang out for about an hour with everybody. Edward said, just keep ordering more until you get the color you want.
I wonder, there has to be some kind of statistics because you have a 1/5 chance of getting your color, and because it's one batch, that's going to be interesting. So let me see. So that would mean you would have, if you bought 25 bottles, you have a 100% probability of getting all 5, is what the statistics say, correct?
Not necessarily, because you got to factor in the number of each total that were made. That number has to factor in. So there's no 100% chance. Even if you get 50 bottles, you don't have a 100% chance of getting every color. You could wind up with 20 of the yellow and 25 of the green. And so, you see what I'm saying?
And you're assuming that it has to be all mixed up together at the same.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, the likelihood, like it would have to be a request. Like I was telling George, I would think the only way somebody could get all 5 is if they literally ordered all 5 and is like, hey, I ordered all 5. Can I have all the different caps? That's where I think it's acceptable to make a request. If it's like, look, I literally want to make sure I get all of them.
I think you're right.
You know, that's different, which I'm there's not going to be that many people that are going to do that, but I'm confident there's at least going to be a few that are going to do that, you know. But Volcanus with the super chat, the king of the super chat, $5. I appreciate that. Greetings, Ross, George, and chat. Sin of the day is Replica Sailing Day by Mason Margiela.
Greetings. Something interesting. I went out to dinner with the two that own the perfumery, and
Gerard, good to see you.
They had calamari, so I ordered the fried calamari, and because it was shellfish, they can't eat it.
Really?
Because of religious reasons, which I knew that, and I felt bad for ordering it, but they didn't. I mean, I'm at an Israeli restaurant, and they have calamari and shrimp, and so anyway, they ordered the potato. We had steak, these fabulous steaks, and then they had the potato gratin. You can't, and I said, listen, are you gonna eat the potato gratin? No, I'm not. I said that. I go, take it. Why don't you have some? And they go, we can't eat meat and dairy at the same time. There has to be a difference of 5 hours or 3 hours. I never heard that before. I thought that was interesting.
I've never heard that before either.
No, it's a Jewish.
Different cultures, you know.
Sorry, guys, I'm jet lagged.
What time is it where you're at?
It's midnight.
Midnight, and it's 3 o'clock for me. So you're literally 9 hours ahead of me.
That's right, and I have a 12.5-hour flight to Toronto.
Yara's in the house.
Hi, Yara.
Good to see Yara. Gerard George popped in as well, hanging out for a little bit.
Hi, Gerard.
I sampled leather tobacco thanks to Alex, the Perfume Temple. Speaking of, good to hear about Alex, who bought a bottle at Essence, and it's a banger. So he's a big fan of leather tobacco.
Thank you very much. Who got a bottle at Essence?
So Alex, we know Alex, the Perfume Temple.
Yeah.
And he had got a bottle, and apparently he's friends with Filippo, and he was able to try it from Alex's bottle, and he said it's an absolute banger.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. You know, what's his name? Andre's Perfume did a video on it, and I didn't know. I didn't know he even had a bottle, and it was like a flood of emails from, you know, Spain and South America and Mexico and wanting to get it. And we don't ship. I won't ship to those countries because of all them get
all the headache that comes with it.
Colombia, Venezuela, not Venezuela, Colombia, Peru, Spain gets there, it takes a couple months, but I end up having to eat the cost of shipping and the product because it gets lost or it arrives with the contents empty. I mean, it's literally 80% of the time. It's not worth it. And the Philippines too. You know, India just lost here and there. Anyway.
So here's an interesting question from Enrique, because I've been asked a few times, and I know it's one of the specific three, but I've never asked you. What is your current best seller?
Well,
it's one of three fragrances. It's Rosé, X, or Tobacco. I know that.
Right, those three. And leather tobacco is creeping up to that, right?
But what would you say is number one? Because I think it's really between Rosé and Tobacco, probably, because they've got so much. They're the two most popular.
I think the between the two of them, X is there too.
So I'm saying it's like you'd probably have to look at the specifics, but if you just had to take a wild guess that you see more orders for this typically, which one do you think it is?
You know what? I would probably say between Rosé and Tobacco. I don't know which one would be ahead of it. It could be Rosé.
Because I know you've had some serious times when there was floods of Rosé orders.
Women are, women, which is another, I would probably say Rosé, because women want to buy a Zaharoff. It's that.
Like I remember when that Olympic swimmer fell in love with Rosé and the massive flood of orders you got from that.
So I would probably say Rosé, and that's because it's open. It's open to both men and women.
Yeah, you have both sides of the market there.
It smells very good on men, and it smells really good on women. It's just a good fragrance.
It's sweeter on Heidi. It's smokier on me.
Right. And I still get a lot of requests for the first Z Creator too, as the first set of Z Creators too, particularly the Siren. I get a lot of for that.
That was the hype beast.
Yeah, but it ain't coming back. Feet under the ground, it's done. Time move on. So I enjoyed it. It turned out beautiful.
So Yara said, while you're in the area, go to Lebanon and say hi to her mom. I
wish I could. I have never been to Lebanon, and I want to go. And I'll make it over there one day. There's a lot going on over there now, which would make it difficult for me to go anyway. But yes, the Lebanese people are one of the most beautiful people in the world. Like the way everything looks, they're kind, they're warm. So
Spencer says leather tobacco got love at the club. 2 sprays got better and better with time. Thanks, George. So apparently leather tobacco's good in the club. Who knew? Because it's uber masculine.
It is, and you know what? It's good. I mean, leather tobacco for me works one spray on the skin. Like I could do several sprays, but I can't.
3 and that's it for me.
I can't overlap.
It.
Yeah, I can't overlap it. And I love it. It's beautiful. It's exactly what I wanted. It's 19%. Like I'm thinking, should I do like an eau de toilette of leather tobacco just to see?
It's funny that you say that, because Tom Ford literally went that route where ombre leather is an eau de parfum. Then they released a parfum. Now this year they're supposedly dropping an eau de toilette. It's the 3rd release is the eau de toilette.
I should try.
Take. If you were to do that, I would add something fresher about it with that core DNA, personally, just an opinion. Right. If you're going to go that route, because you're going to freshen up the fragrance by the oil concentration, you might as well have Claude manipulate the formula to be a little bit fresher, just a little bit. Just a thought.
Yeah.
If you were going to actually pursue that, at least have him make a modification anyways and see what it would be like.
So you guys, now you know when Ross creates his own fragrance house, and he does.
Yeah, because that's exactly it.
My leather tobacco and make it eau de toilette.
By the time I would be ready to dump the kind of money that would take, I don't think Claude will still be with us. So, because I'm pretty spoiled to Claude Deer at this stage, so I don't think that'll be happening.
That's funny, though. I'm having fun with you.
Yeah, because there's no guarantees that I'll come across somebody that understands me and the way my mind works the way that Claude does.
You would think I was wearing a fleece. I'm sweating my ass off on this thing. So I'm gonna let you enjoy the rest of your stream of me hijacking it.
No, George, you're always welcome.
I have to share this room.
By all means, take us on the tour.
This is the bathroom.
I'll full screen you. Go widescreen and I'll full screen you.
My room is messy. Hi, everybody. Look at my, come right here. Anyway, there you go. Look at this room. This is the bathroom.
The tour of temporary Shea Zaharoff.
And then, look at these. So this was an old fort from the Crusaders. They made it into a shower for an orgy of people. For those of you who are watching on coitus with 5 or more people, this is the
That's just a word that doesn't get used enough. Coitus.
Coitus. And then here's the main room. I mean, look at this. What WTF? Look at this. This is fabulous.
Is the TV inside the mirror?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
There you go.
Indeed, Kyler. Indeed.
So
he said master perfumers don't grow on trees.
They don't. They certainly don't. Let me see if I could show some bouginess here. Hold on.
Hit us with it.
And there you go. Listen how silent they are. You don't even hear it. Pretty cool.
Wow,
huh?
Yeah, I didn't hear it at all. George, we got an interesting, I'm going to take you off of solo layout. Josh asked an interesting question. What fragrance has been pushed back because Claude made something better? I know the answer to that.
I pushed back the gourmand fragrance for leather tobacco. When leather tobacco came, I brought it to market in 4 months, Ross.
It wasn't long. It wasn't long. And there wasn't that many renditions. There was like 3 renditions, I think.
And it was 4 renditions, and it was the 4th. So we had 1 made. He made then 4 mods, and mod 4 was the one.
Mm-hmm.
And it was it's a masterpiece. And I said, we got to. And I almost didn't go with the gourmand because I feel that. So I want to do a best in class, right, of the collection. And I just felt, I know that the collection needs a gourmand, but there's other fragrances. So there's like a couple years of fragrances made already, and I unload it. I introduce it over time, and I think it was you, Ross, that said, no, it's time for a gourmand. The gourmand is absolutely incredible. It's beautiful.
Yeah. As his friend and one of his confidants, I'm thankful that my opinion matters, but obviously it's just my opinion, and whatever he wants to do, I'm in support of, but I put my foot down and I'm like, it needs to come out.
Yeah.
He wanted to put Black Rose out, and I'm like, look, it's going to be amazing. Yes, Black Rose is incredible. This is too good to keep pushing off.
Yeah.
And it's a monster performer too.
Yeah. You know, many people, first of all, I think people know that we're friends and that we talk. And if anyone knows their fragrances and the ins and outs, it's you.
Thank you, George.
Ross knows his fragrances. It is. I mean, you could ask him anything about anything to do with fragrances, and he knows it. I mean, he knows this stuff, even the shit that you get from certain people online and all sorts of stuff. Ross knows what he's talking about.
Thank you,
and this
George.
is someone in the industry, in the business, who has invested quite a bit into it, right? Millions of dollars.
Millions.
And I trust Ross. So.
And I take that very seriously.
And for me, and I do too. And so for me, thinking about a gourmand and I don't want to say it doesn't excite me, because the gourmand that has been created is phenomenal. I think that,
it's going to be a massive hit. You don't have a gourmand.
I don't. So I need to have it. It needs to be part of the collection. It needs to come out. And so we'll have it for Christmas. It's coming out for Christmas. And then I think the pre-bay will probably show up around December or January. We'll see. Because
that leads into Kareem's next comment, was this question asking what's the next release after Coco Loco. And
right.
That's the current plan.
Yeah. The gourmand is going to be next. And I think people will be happy with the design and the packaging and all that.
This is a genuine hard thing for George, guys, because think about this. When you got this handful and you're like, God, I love all of these are good. How do you order which one's going to come out first if you're in love with all of them. And they're all so different, and they all hit a different part of the market and add new dimension to the collection. You know what I mean? It's hard to decide, you know?
Right. And then you're right. And it took what? I think Coco Loco's 3 years, 2 years.
It's over 2 years since Coco
Right.
Loco was created.
Yeah.
It's been like 2.5 years. That got created before we shipped the pre-orders for the first round as Ed creators.
Right. And that was,
how long ago that was made.
It was, the 2 was made AM Citrine, PM was
Coco Loco.
Yeah. And so this is fun talk. Thanks, Ross.
Of course.
And so it's just interesting. There's a process that goes into it. There's a lot of work and time, and I try to push myself to do better, be better, you know, and now expanding into other markets is a lot of work too. So it's all that. So
what is your favorite vintage fragrance, George? I know this answer too.
So it's between Boucheron and Escada, but Escada is the number 1, and Boucheron, the Eau de Parfum, would be probably number 2, and the Hermès d'Orange.
I was wondering if you were going to bring that up. That's a diverse collection for George right there. Yeah. That was his 3.
Hermès d'Orange is why I created Citrine. I wanted something better than that, and I think I got it. I feel I got that.
Every time I talk about it in my weekly rotations, I don't care what anybody thinks, it's the best smelling fragrance Zaharoff has put out.
And they were saying this at the store here in Israel too. And I said it's high. They said it's long lasting. They love it. They said that it was another fragrance. It was hold on, a Roja. Is there a Roja that's orange, like an orangey thing? And they said that they were talking. They kind of said it about the Roja fragrance, but then they said that this is so much better.
Because I'm trying to think, because I have most of their fresher fragrances. I'm looking around, and none of them smell like citrine and are real orange dominant.
Or something that's.
Maybe I would think they're comparing it to Elysium Parfum Cologne, maybe because it's their freshest fragrance.
Oh, you know what it could be.
But it doesn't smell like that.
Anyway,
but they could do the same job, basically. That's probably what they were talking about.
Right, and they said that it lasts a long time on them. But I said because it's hot here. Like citrine works best in a hot climate when it's hot.
The way I've been describing is that it needs body movement to generate heat.
Yeah,
it's a movement fragrance.
Right. So if it's winter time or you're locked up in your house and it's cold, you guys got to either be having sex or getting on an exercise.
If you wear that to work, nobody's going to smell it. If you wear it inside an office and the air conditioner.
Right. But if you're at the gym or you're with somebody or you're by yourself, active, so it'll smell.
So Enrique asks, is Claude the in-house perfumer?
Yes. And I told Claude that when he when he decides to not do it anymore, I'm going to close the signature collection because there's another collection coming under a different name. So the signature collection will go on until Claude decides he no longer wants to do it. So yeah.
Go ahead. No, I'm just reading comments. Go ahead.
Thank you for having me, Ross.
Thank you for jumping on. I know it's late.
Is that Ethan Cadwell?
That is Ethan. He said, I say it often, but damn, citrine is so good. I smell it more often than all my other fragrances. Super uplifting. It is currently the fragrance from the house that I wear the most. I literally wore it a couple of days ago because I like using my shave set. It's very relaxing for me out the shower in the evenings. I love to lather the soap, hit the splash, and then I'll just start randomly spraying 6, 7, 8 sprays, whatever, all around me, and just enjoy it the rest of the evening.
Right, and I'm sleeping, and I could smell it as I'm about to fall asleep. There's a whole, I haven't told you this, maybe I have. I am doing a whole lotion shower gel soap bar with citrine. It's coming out.
I have the soap bars, unless you're doing a new one.
It's going to be a new one. It's going to be a body lotion and shower gel with.
I'm all for it.
That is dominant more, and it's been tweaked to have the orange come out more.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely here for that.
For those people who may or may not know, the fragrance oil that's used for spraying in your bottle is different than an ancillary oil because it has to be tweaked for whatever optimization of the lotion, or it has to blend well with it.
Yeah.
And when we mix it with like your soap bar, when we mix it, it didn't give. It gave more of the musk than it did the orange.
Yeah, and the
And
clementine.
the clementine. So I had them tweak it just to increase the clementine, just to hear it's the same fragrance, but I wanted it to smell more like the scent as the one in the perfume, as in the lotion.
Yeah, because the shave soap, the resin comes out a lot more. I love it. I love it. It's very warm. It's a warm, instead of a bright sweet orange, it's a very warm resinous orange.
Right, and it all depends on the ancillary. Like, I'm happy with the ancillary, the ones that you're using, the shave set. I'm good with that. We're not tweaking that. I wanted to do it for lotion, shower gel, and the soap bar. Those are the only.
It's really a complete package when you do the shave, like the full experience, because you get more of the base with the shave soap. You get all of the top note with the splash, and then you get the all around when you spray the fragrance after. So you really intensify every level of the fragrance, and it's a layering of the same oil through different products that are balanced differently.
Right.
I love doing it. I love having a shave set and fragrance combination for when I shave. It's awesome.
Thanks, Rossi. Thanks, Ethan. Much love to you. Much love to the room, and thanks for having me. I appreciate it. Much love to everybody. Much love to you, Ross.
Thank you, Georgie. Bracking asks, how do perfumers get paid? Is it a royalty on each bottle or just a single payment? It depends on how they're contracted. If they're freelancing, if they're working for a company, like Claude gets paid through Mon. He's contracted through Mon. And I don't know his payment structure. That's not a typical conversation you're going to have with people.
However, the problem when the question was, does it get paid per bottle? Is that what was told?
Yeah, is it a royalty on each bottle or just a single payment?
So when you're dealing with royalty on each bottle, it's a shit show, because then what happens when you give gratis, or what happens when there's returns and discounts and all sorts of other stuff that, there's wholesale, there's distributors, there's people that have done agreements. They have come, because a lot of people come to me in this space, especially with other content creators have come to me. And I was kind of surprised that, I want to be careful now what I say here. How's this? I would never do a per bottle, or if that's what it is, I would do and I'm just coming up with a number, I would do also a cap. So let's say you do it per bottle. Let's say you're a content creator, and they'll go, oh, I'll make your fragrance, Monsieur Biff, who is, well known and has created all these fragrances. It comes and says, I'll do your fragrance. I want a royalty. I want a $1 bottle royalty, or 10% of each bottle sold. Let's say you get tied up in that mess, okay? Because it's messy. It really is. And so all of a sudden now you're selling, 100,000 bottles, and he's getting 100,000. And he's just created this fragrance. I would put a cap on it. I would say you would get this percentage up until
to this point.
50,000, 20,000, 100,000, a million, whatever it is. Always put a cap on it. You need to have a beginning and an end. Always a beginning and an end, and then the value of it. I don't know. The big companies would never do a percentage of sales or anything like that.
Yeah, lump sum.
And the people now there's, oh goodness. So there's been some that have said, I want to do a collab with you, George. You have to use my perfume house. I'm like, there's no way. I don't want to do that. So a lot of the perfumers will say, I want a royalty per bottle, but you also have to use my own perfume house too. And that's when I think it gets usurious. My opinion. That's just my opinion. You have a small guys trying to start their perfume. They need all the help they can get. All the help they can get, because it's not an easy thing to do. And it bothers me. I'm going to start getting passionate about this. I'll stop.
Yeah. No need to get worked up, but he's a very passionate guy when it comes to his craft, guys.
Well, I don't like when people use other people or try to find an opportunity to you have a small you have a YouTube channel, which is a small brand, right? No matter even if you have 1 million subscribers, it's still a small brand. The community is small, and you want to try extracting instead of helping the person get on their feet. Okay, anywho. All right, so thank you for having me. Any other questions?
Yeah, we got a few more before you go. We'll take these few I've kind of eyed. So Kareem wants to know if there's any updates on the rose incense, if you don't mind dropping that quickly for us.
The rose incense, meaning like the rose with the incense?
Yeah.
Or the rose incense fragrance? Like
the actual rose incense, because rosé is the rose incense fragrance.
So I was just in Greece. I met with the people that do the incense, and the incense that we made, I did some prototypes. I felt was too heavy. It's a very powerful fragrance. It's very expensive too. So we've tweaked it a little bit, and we're doing the next batch, which I think will be much better. I wanted it to be more airy as an incense. And we're talking about the incense, the little squares. They're white powder. You put it on a charcoal, and that's the incense that I'm assuming, the rose incense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Spencer, the process, the new chemical process, it wasn't black rose that it was used on. It's on his private blend privé fragrance that's yet to come out. That's where that new technology was utilized.
Okay, what?
So that special process that Claude used on the privé.
Right. Yes.
Spencer was asking, have you talked about what Claude did with the futuristic chemical or process with black rose yet? So he thought it was with black rose. I'm not going to say the code name to the fragrance. That's up to you. But the privé fragrance is actually what he's referring to.
Yeah, it's coming. I promise. The story, everything will come out.
Yeah. It's just not time, Spencer. It's, you know me. Anytime I have a green light to talk, I talk. But out of respect for George, I don't say nothing unless he wants me to.
Thank you, Ross.
Yeah, for sure.
We're good. One more.
Last one. George, I believe Ross mentioned you were doing a blue fragrance. What and when can we expect it?
So I'm hoping next spring. And yes.
For you guys, just to let you guys know, there has not been any renditions received by George Zaharoff yet, to my knowledge.
Right.
Doesn't exist yet. It's being worked on. So, but yeah, that's, if you want to head on out. Up one last one. I would feel bad for not getting to this one. Okay. Josh wants to know if you take interview requests, he'd love to have you on his podcast. His name's Joshua Iguina. I'm sure I'm butchering that. Iguina. He's one of my channel members.
Sure. I mean, reach out to me. What channel does he have?
I've never seen his channel before. Josh, definitely comment what's the name of your podcast and where we can find it. Where would you like him to reach out to you to submit a request?
You could do it at george@zaharoff.com. My email address, george@zaharoff.com. I'm open to doing I'm open to doing whatever. I just want to make sure that it's a fit for Zaharoff and for them too. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I was going to make a joke out of it. I thought this was another podcast, and I was going to be like, "Oh, talk to my agent." But then I realized I've never heard of this guy before.
No, I'm not familiar. I know of Josh. He's been around the channel for a while now. I didn't know he had a podcast. This is the first I'm hearing of it.
I'm open to always sharing knowledge or information. I enjoy that very much. Mm-hmm. So we're waiting on his podcast.
Haven't put it yet.
Anyway, okay.
Yeah, so I'll reiterate for him to email you, george@zaharoff.com. No worries.
This concludes the audio-visual portion of our flight. We hope you enjoyed it. And have a good night, Ross. Everybody, God bless you guys. Have a wonderful week ahead. Be happy, be safe, be healthy, and Coco Loco is shipping Wednesday, so it's coming.
Lots of love, Georgie. Thank you for stopping by and spending a little time with us.
Thank you. And I get to take off this tiny robe. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
George Zaharoff, ladies and gentlemen. See, Carly. Yeah, sorry, I had to skip some of these guys. No, he's not. He's not hiring any celebrities. I know the answers to most of these questions. It's just like I said. It's not always my liberty to answer them. You know, it's a privilege to know that man the way that I know him. George is a wonderful human. Anybody that doesn't like George Zaharoff, you are the fucking problem, not George. Robe looked comfortable. Will you be taking it home? You never know with him. I doubt it though. He's got some really nice Zaharoff robes. I have one of them. I never wear it though. I'm not a robe guy, but it is a cool piece of Zaharoff history back when he had his clothing. Yeah, Duncan's definitely alive. So we'll shut it down here in a second. I'll just get caught up with you guys and then we'll shut it down. Just picked up Hugo Boss Reversed. It's faint but very good. I'm quite a fan of it. I haven't worn it in a while though. Kareem, I'm glad you were able to join us. Absolutely, Boz. Jared, good to see you. Sorry I had to skip over a few of yours. I saw you in here, Jared. I just trying to get to the pertinent stuff because I knew it was time to cut it short. It's late for him. It's 12:35 in the morning for him right now. So he's definitely jet lagged. He's all over the world. He's pimping all over the world. You know what I mean? Just ordered Elysium. Oh, intense, man. I hope you like it. Have you tried it before? Did you sample first? Because this is a risky blind buy, I have to say. Yep, jealous people hate on George. Jealous and shitty. That is what it is. People do the same thing to me. Yeah. Heading to sleep. Good night, Ross, friends in chat. Kareem, thank you for stopping by. It was good to see you. No, they're probably not compatible, but does Eau Givray have a similar uplifting, fresh vibe like Citrine? It's fresher than Citrine. Citrine's grounded with the orientals and resins, incense, amber, stuff like that. Whereas the only real thing you have to ground Eau Givray is the woody notes that kind of give that vetiver smell that ties it to the DNA. It's inherently super, super fresh. So I was about to ask if he still sold robes. I'm a robe guy in the fall and winter. No, he definitely does. And it's been a long, long time. Sorry that I'm reposting. Just want to make sure you see. You were talking about Jacques Foth Caraco Bay. I've looked at that one too, Aqua Sextius. I'd like to just get the Jacques Foth though, because I've never tried anything from Jacques Foth. I do like the Aqua Sextius bottle. It does look cool. But I'll probably just get that. Great stream tonight. Well, thank you, Frank. Rick's in the house. I'm more than a celebrity. I did a review on Bass Notes once under the name JG Rugburn. You got to love when Rick makes his presence known. It's always entertaining. Good to see you, Rick. It's a blind buy for me, but I'm trusting Raja and the reviews. It's a risky blind buy. Just know that I've deemed it from the moment I smelled it that it was going to be polarizing. I figured there would be a split down the middle. 50% of people that love and appreciate it. 50% of people that say any of us that like it are all just shills. And that's exactly what the fuck happened. Because I like it. I'm probably just a shill because I got it for free. And I fucking like the fragrance. So you got to love the internet. The internet's undefeated for fuckery. It really is. Ross, do you have any experience with Louis Vuitton fragrance? Overall opinion. So the only one I've smelled is Ombre Nomade. That's the only one I've sprayed on skin. I need to dive more into it. I'd like to try Afternoon Swim and then Pacific Chill, the newest one. That's the two I'm kind of eyeballing to get my nose on. Sorry, I've been away. Was in a car wreck. Oh, sorry to hear that. Sent to the Bay. Such a great name. So been very blah. No real scent of the day. Just sprayed some Aqua Media. Hey, good choice. Good choice. I will be getting a bottle of that sooner or later. I'm not going to say sooner than later, but sooner or later because I want to get Tygar first. But I do like Aqua Media Cologne Forte. I hope you're feeling better, man. Sorry to hear that. I'm having a great start to my week, Jonathan. I hope you are as well. RXL is a superstar. I agree. Big ups, Ross. Always look forward to your streams. UK here. Well, Chris, I appreciate you. Thank you, sir. Checking in on my lunch break. Do you feel Profundo Lights is blind buy worthy? I would say yes. It's basically a green aquatic is how you can look at it. It has that aquatic DNA of Profundo with the balance shifted from that Aquazone note being and C notes being toned back to kind of the heart of the fragrance. And the dominance up top is fresh greens like rosemary and stuff like that. It's much more green dominant in the opening. I think it smells better. I don't think it's overall the best fragrance if you want to factor in which is the stronger fragrance because Profundo is a little bit stronger. But Profundo Lights is not a slouch, and I do think it's the better smelling of the two. I think so. If you like anything about the Aqua de Joe line, it's totally a safe blind buy. If you like any version, which I'm sure you do, it's a totally safe blind buy for you. Spray something in the air before you leave and waft it. Really? Let's do it with what I'm wearing then. We'll do it with Essie. It's herbaceous. Shout outs to that dickhead in Chad's comments that it bothers him the way I say herbaceous and herbaceousness. So thank you, Spencer. Big fan. Big fan. It is much more grown man. It is not as loud. When you smell that and smell the eau de toilette, you can see how playful and sweet the eau de toilette actually is. The eau de toilette's a banger. The eau de parfum is superior. It's not as loud, I don't find, but it is much more resinous and matured and smooth, and this is a damn good release. It's a good addition. I'll in the next couple of days, I'll have my full review out. Can sell snow to an Eskimo. There you go. Water to a whale. Oh, flattering him, making his head swell. No, not at all. Definitely look forward to review. No, not at all. I like it. I like it. Kenneth Cole reaction at Burlington. It's so good. It's just so weak. That's the only downside is you got to refresh. Be a great gym fragrance for you though, Jonathan. Damn good gym fragrance. I've never tried this one. Noted. What do you think about Summer Vibes? I'm a big fan. I've probably hyped that more than any other person that has it. I'm responsible for a lot of bottle sales from my understanding. It's really good. If you want an iced pineapple smell, it's a phenomenal iced pineapple smell. That is for sure. I don't know. It's kind of weird that they updated that. It's just little basic emojis. I've noticed that too. At least this rendition of infrared, the bottle didn't come in pieces. Yeah, but it was leaking, and apparently a bunch of people are having that issue from the comments I've been seeing. It's not just me. I've been hearing like they're getting them at Macy's and returning them and still leaking. I've seen a lot of that stuff. Waiting on Adonis Awakens. Don't let me down this time. I hope your order goes through, my man. It's a great fragrance. Or St. Kitts at the wedding. I am not surprised, Dylan. I am not surprised. You have been on a St. Kitts kick lately. On a stormy day. Well, rainy. I mean, it rains every day over here now. You'd swear I'm in the South. It never rains in the mountains. I've been here for 2.5 years. Never rains. Now all of a sudden it's been raining for 2 weeks straight. And it's going to rain all the rest of the weeks. It's stupid. But point being, I never let the rain dictate a fragrance for me. So I'm actually a terrible person to ask that question because, I mean, I guess technically because of how herbaceous L'Eau d'Issy Pour Homme is, that this is actually a decent choice. I would think something more, a little darker, a little heavier overall, kind of add to the gloomy feel of the day. Something along those lines, nothing specific, but I would think if I was to go that route, it would be something that fits that criteria. Indeed. Lalique White and Black. Good to see you, Dan. So I heard. Jared, mine doesn't work. Thanks, Ross. Absolutely, boss. I like Profumo on rainy days. I can see why. It is smoky and a little earthy from that patchouli. What's wrong with yours? Herbaceous. Exactly. Shout outs to that dickhead and Chad's comments. Chad brought it to my attention. He messaged me and told me about it. He's like, I don't know why people hate you so much, which is so few people. It really is. But it's hilarious. The dickheads always shout the loudest, right? You know? Joel, you should get that looked at ASAP. Always love keeping up with you, Justin, Big Beard, and Equality. That's all my guys right there. Keep doing great things. Well, I appreciate you, PJ. Yeah, that's my boys. That is my boys. Like, there's a love and respect amongst the group. Like, prime example, before EQ set up his Sunday live stream, he texted me to see when I was going to go live so we didn't clash times. Respect for one another. He then had to cancel it. He texted me in the morning, hey, just wanted to let you know, in case you wanted to still do a live stream or whatever, I had to cancel, reschedule it, all that. So that's love, that's respect, that's the real one right there. You don't come across a ton of that in the world, let alone in this community or on the internet in general. So EQ is a real one. Obviously, Justin, my brother from another mother, and Big Beard, we're not super close, but that's my guy. Nothing but love and respect for Big Beard. We do chat here and there. I've had him on the channel. Awesome guy. I've been watching him for years and years. Like I said, it's a great group of guys you just mentioned right there. I'm taking myself out of it. I'm talking about these other three gentlemen. Big fans of all of them. Big fan. They're all real ones. Press it, but nothing special is happening. It's great stuff, man. Still have a full bottle. Might save it for the beach trip. It'll be great for that for sure. CK All. Yeah, it's good stuff. Night Vision EDP. It's so good. This is to infrared EDT what night vision EDP was to night vision eau de toilette. It's the same thing. It's refined, it's smoother, it's richer. It's not as loud. Night vision EDP is a monster. This one's still really strong. It's just not as bright in the opening. Like, it doesn't project as heavy, but it's got a thick cloud. The little bit of time I've spent with it so far, I've noticed that. You smell it the whole time. It radiates, but it doesn't overwhelm. Hoping you and EQ run it back with a verse sense. I'd love to. I'm down. Whatever. I've told EQ, anytime he needs me for whatever, just let me know and we'll work it out. We'll make it happen. He's got my full support. Let's see. Yesterday smelled CR7 Game On. Haven't tried that one. Smells like stronger with you, but less longevity. Well, I've been a fan so far. I'd like to check it out. What's going on, Randy? Good to see you. Absolutely agree with his comment. Very solid group of Fratcom. Thank you, sir. Definitely going to catch this replay. And last one's going to be all genres bops, and we're going to shut it down. Have you considered having Jared and Kyler on a stream one day? Not talking about the chat, obviously. I'd be down for it. They got to come on camera, though. That's the deal. Cameras got to be turned on. I'd be down with it. That's my guys. They're absolutely welcome to do so because they're the moderators on my channel. It's them two and Justin and Andrea are the only people that have wrenches on my channel, and probably the only people that ever will have wrenches on my channel. So I trust them boys. Lady says, all right. So we'll set that up. It'll be a special. We'll do something before the month's out. I can't guarantee when. We'll have to schedule something for when it works out with you guys' schedules. But at least I got Jared and Kyler. You'd have to come on camera. So that's the thing. If you guys are up for it, message me. In fact, Jared, if you don't mind, start a little group chat for us on IG. And we'll talk about it and work it out. So seeing chat members in the stream would be dope. Well, they're more than just chat members. They're more than just channel members. They're moderators. They're friends in the community. You know, like I said, I trust them enough to give them wrenches and moderator privileges on my channel, you know. So, but on that note, we're going to go ahead and shut it down. Thank you all for being here. George, I don't know if you're still watching. Thank you for jumping on. It was an absolute pleasure. He wanted to come say hi to you guys. I was literally on the phone with him right before the stream. And he's like, what's your topic? I said, no topic. I said, you're more than welcome to come on. I knew what that was leading into. I said, I'll send you the link if you want to come on. And it was nice to have him. Always nice to have George on. That man's a wealth of knowledge and experience, life experience, especially in this space. And I appreciate all of you. Last call, basically, for Coco Local pre-orders before the price goes up. Yeah, on that note, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Have a good one.